now we enter into the content library. First things I want to go through are just these buttons and the different tabs that you're going to see in here. So one, you have a search videos. This will just help you to, if you have video titles that you want to find, and as you get more video titles over time, you'll want to be able to search for things. You'll be able to, switch between different types if you want to just filter for those, newest first, oldest first. And then the real valuable buttons here are going to be your create written content first. That is where you can basically generate written content that doesn't have to necessarily be matched up with a video. You can always, if you have a video in your content library and you want to press a repurpose button, which I'll show later, you can always generate written content from a video, but you can also just generate standalone written content on its own. So what you would do is you would just press on that create written content button, and then you would click any of these content types that you want. So you want to do a LinkedIn post, a tweet, an X thread, or a blog post, or an email list, you can generate those right here. Also, just leave this blank, and then just like when you generate an idea, it'll use your full knowledge base and create an idea from that. Or you can prompt based around a certain topic or title that you want to talk about, and then it'll still use your your knowledge base, sorry. It'll still use your knowledge base, and it'll merge it with this prompt that you're giving it in order to generate a piece of content for Twitter or for any of these other platforms. So let's just do a tweet. And you can see the tweet was just generated right there, biggest content creation time wasters. And then we can open it up and we can see what that looks like. The biggest content time sink. The title is once again optional. It's just like with the videos. It's just so that you can stay organized. The biggest content time sink isn't editing or writing captions. It's switching between 5 different apps to get one video posted. So now if I wanted to, I could edit this specific prompt and make the tweet better if I wanted to add any specific things, or I could regenerate that whole thing if I want to with the same prompt in mind. Or if I want, I can press copy and open X, and this will actually open Twitter and you'll be ready to post right there. I can schedule this for later and it'll go to my scheduler, or I can just leave it there and it'll stay in written content until I decide to do anything. And then once I have posted it, I can click on I already posted this, and it'll get moved down into our posted so that you don't have to keep looking at it in this kind of draft level here. Also, if I want to just move it out and I don't want to already post it and I don't want to edit it or copy it or schedule it, I can just delete anything here. And this goes for anything that's in your content library. If there's something in there that was just kind of a mess around and you don't really want to see it anymore, you're not going to use it for anything, you can just press delete. What it'll say is it'll show you that the credits will not be refunded that you did use to process that video, but you can just press OK and then delete it. So that is the written content side of things. Ready for review will be videos. This is where you're going to see the videos that you push from your recording studio. This is the first place they will go, and you'll be able to review them right here. Then you'll see your written content. This is your drafts of your written content that you haven't posted yet or edited or scheduled. Then you're going to see posted, and you'll also have, once I schedule this video, you'll also see a scheduled tab pop up. So it's just kind of giving you organization of where things are at. What you'll notice is I can see a preview straight from my content library of the video itself. This preview is just the raw video, so it won't have any of your edits showing on this preview. It's just showing you what video it is so that you can have a quick look. You can quick review it to approve fast. And I recommend actually using the full editor. It's a better experience in my opinion. The quick review though, if we open that up, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see the video with subtitles. These subtitles won't be the style that it's gonna generate with. Soon they will be, but preview shows text only. Final video uses a styled subtitle effect, open full editor to customize. So that's why I mentioned, hey, it's better to use the full editor, just because you actually see exactly what you're going to get on the back end and can make any adjustments. If you don't want subtitles on your video and you just want it normally, you can turn that off, and then you won't have any subtitles on the final video. And then you can turn off any platforms here too. So if you tap on, say, TikTok, you see TikTok disappears down there. And if you keep them all on, you'll be able to then edit and check your captions that are going to go with it. So you can go to Instagram, you can see what the caption it came up with. You can quickly edit it right here. If you have YouTube, you can do it right here. And then you can quickly approve and render that final video right there on the fly. Or you can do open full editor, which is what I recommend. You can do that from quick review, or you can go right here and do the full editor, where you'll be able to edit the video and customize it a lot more to yourself. The other button here is download, and this is just if you want to download the raw videos, and this will just download exactly what you just recorded in the recording studio with no edits yet. Say if you wanted to edit it somewhere else or use the video for something else, you can just download it and have it and do whatever you want with it from there. But let's open the full editor and get editing. When you open the full editor, you're going to get this loading. This is just a preload so that once you do actually get into the full editor, things move a lot faster. What you'll see when you first open any video in the full editor, you're going to see your video that you just recorded. There's a little image on it just so that you can stay organized and see like what video tab is which. So especially if you start adding B-roll and other video elements, it's really helpful to be able to kind of have an understanding of what's what. It's a little zoomed in. It doesn't look perfect, but it just is the function that I wanted to get down on this. And then, yeah, you can play through your video. You can move it around on the timeline, and yeah, let's just watch through it first. This is going to be a test video for our editor walkthrough. A few of the things I want to show you guys are how we make cuts, how we adjust subtitles. So I can pause the video at any time. First, we got this right here. You see this 50% on the right, bottom right. You can zoom in if, say, you want to key in on a certain part and make a quick, like a small cut to a really small part and cut something out. You can zoom in as much as you want so that you can really start to see like very small parts of the video and make very micro cuts if you got to just cut out a little bit of dead space. Or say if it's a little bit of a longer video and you want to be able to see a lot more of the timeline, you can zoom out, and if there's, say, a 200-second video here, you'll be able to see the full timeline still. So that's what we got with the timeline zoom. And then let's go through some of these other buttons. So right here, this arrow is basically just saying follow playhead. So when you play the video, it'll go, if it goes outside of the screen, your timeline will follow it and you'll be able to still see where it's at. If you turn it off, it'll just not follow it. Then the main button right here is just the play button, how play and pause. You know, you can also use your space bar on your keyboard to use the play and pause. Those are the main two things that I would be, worried about here. You notice there's two tabs here. There's your video and there is your subtitles. The subtitles, you'll notice, are above the video on the timeline here. And this is not by accident, this is on purpose. And the reason for this is whatever is on top of whatever else is going to be showing as on top. So if I moved my subtitles below the video element, what would happen is you wouldn't be able to see the subtitles anymore because the video would be covering them. So the logic is, say I wanted to add B-roll, and this will automatically happen when you add something, is that it'll get added to be between the video element and the subtitles so that the subtitles don't get covered, but the video element will. So let's go to our public B-roll here and see, okay, let's say I want to add this video right here. One thing when you add an element, whether it's text or it's B-roll, whatever it is that when you add an element, it will be added directly to where your timeline is at with your little red marker right here. So if you have your red marker right here in the middle of the video, when you go to add this element or text, I'll add some text, it will get added right here and it'll show up between the subtitles and the video. So you'll see on the element, you see my play element's right there and it'll automatically add it right to there. If I wanted to add it to the beginning, then the logic would just be add it right, move my play head to be right there, or if I wanted to add it at the end, wherever you want it, that's where it's going to go. If you add something and then you say, oh, I want to move that to be earlier on in the video, you just grab on it, click on it, and then you can drag it to wherever you want that to be at. And now we see sample on the video. You notice that the sample comes up in between the subtitles and the video itself. So now if I want to drag around with the sample or the text that I added, I can just drag it up and I have these centering blue boxes that show me that it's centered. And then if I want to make this bigger, I can either use the font size over here or I can use the draggers on the screen. And there we go, it's bigger, and then I can just readjust it back. And I can instantly edit the font right here. So if I wanted to change it to say Corinthia, and then I wanted to make it red, and then I want to do something like apply a background and say I want to make it bold. There's all these different small customizations that you can make to your text so that it's exactly how you want that text added on screen to look. Same with the subtitles. So it's something to really just kind of play around with and figure out what works for you. So say I added this and I just wanted it to say editor test. There we go. So now what'll happen is I'll see that on screen. This is going to be a test video for when I start the video. If I want to make this longer, I can drag it and it'll show up longer in the video to wherever I want it to show till in that video. So now if I say we have this added text and I do want to also add B-roll right here, if I want to add video B-roll, what I'll do is I'll go to the video tab at the top and I'll actually press on, say, public. If I want to use the public library, which you have free access to, everyone does, I would do that. I would go to public on the video, and then I will type in the keyword that I want to use. So say I'm talking about business. All right. I could look up business in this kind of keyword, and I can then scroll through and start to see all these different business B-roll videos that I can choose from to use, and I can play them just to see what they look like. Just find one that matches here. There we go. So I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to have my playhead right here because I want it at the beginning of the video. And when I add this B-roll, it's going to go between the video and the subtitles, just like the added text did. There we go. And it also, you'll notice, it went below the added text itself so that the added text still shows up. So now when I go, I can see my subtitles, I can see my added text, and I also can see the B-roll itself. This is going to be a test video for our editor walkthrough. A few of the things I want to show you guys are how we... You'll see on the timeline, as soon as that B-roll video ended, it goes back to my video of me talking so that you can quickly cut between B-roll and then you can cut back to yourself, and you can adjust just the same logic as with your text on screen. You can adjust and drag where this B-roll is going to be. Now that I've dragged it from, say, here to here, when I go to this section of the video, you see that the B-roll video is covering right there rather than at the beginning where it was earlier. I can move it right back if I want to, and there it is. I can also make this B-roll video shorter so that if I only want it for, say, a couple seconds. This is going to be a test video for our editor walkthrough. A few of the things I want to show you, and it'll just transition right back. So that is the B-roll adding. There's also B-roll images if you don't want to use videos. I would just click on public and you can have the images right there where you can add them, and it'll be the same exact logic. Nature will always be pre-typed in, but you can just type in whatever keyword you want to add and add them from right there. Now say that I want to delete that B-roll video I just added. All I got to do is tap on that element in the bottom here and then click delete, and now it's gone. And now when I go back here, you'll see it's back to my normal video. If I want to delete that text, I just click delete and now it's gone. If I want to go back and I mess something up, I accidentally delete something, I can just press this back button right here, and you'll notice that if you press it, the back button will be catching your priorly saved changes, and you'll be able to re-add those back in so that you don't lose any work. The next thing to look at here is the video cutting itself. So what will happen when you want to make a cut is you can go to the section of the video that you want to cut out. So let's go right here and play through it. You notice that I haven't started talking yet, so I want to cut off that dead space at the beginning of the video. If I wanted to do that, I could drag right here and drag the video to the right and then cut that off to this point right here. Or if I click on the video, if I click on this video element itself, I can quickly use this scissors bar right here and press split, and you'll notice that that part of the video is now separate from the rest of it, and I can easily go right here, click on that element, move this up, and you'll notice that part will be gone. This is going to be a test. And now it starts right where I start talking so that I don't have that dead space at the beginning. I deleted that B-roll section, but this kind of element thing right here is still in the timeline. It's not going to mess anything up, but if you want to make it a little bit cleaner, you can tap on that and then tap this trash icon, and now it's gone, and so your whole setup is just a little bit cleaner. Now say we want to actually change our subtitle style. So all subtitles, when a video gets rendered, they all get rendered with subtitles. You can quickly up here, this moves us into the top bar, you can quickly delete all your subtitles and remove all will come up, and then you can just remove all your subtitles right there, and then you don't have to see them. Or like when you just tapped on that, you can see that these different things come up right here where it says subtitle style. All subtitles will be originally generated in the basic style, and for most creators the basic is really what you'd be wanting to use, but you can adjust the color of those and customize them to you. So say I want to make them red, great, and say I want to change the font. Okay, now we have a different font. I don't really like that font. But let's say we want to just let's go back to bangers. Now I see I have my banger style, they're red. Say I want to make them bigger, I can just come right here, and now we have bigger subtitles. Great. And this is going to be a test video for our editor walkthrough. A few of the things I want to show you guys are how since I made a cut, you'll notice that the subtitles, I don't really like their timing wise. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to remove all subtitles, and then what I can do is quickly regenerate those subtitles. But when I do regenerate, say I wanted to have 2 words on the screen at once rather than 3, or 4 words, or 5 words, or 7 words, I can choose that. So say I regenerate, great. Now, when I regenerate, do you see how there's 3 subtitles on the screen at once? That's what that's really choosing right there. So whenever you need, you can just quickly, delete the subtitles, regenerate them, and that's no problem, and remove them all if you want to. There's a button up here that says Safe Zones. What this is going to do is show you, if you ever notice on TikTok or on Instagram, you'll see that when you record a video and then you post it on there, the bottom and the top get cut off because there's Instagram logos, there's your caption, there's the likes and stuff. And so what this is attempting to do is show you exactly where that cutoff will be, so that in none of your videos you accidentally have your subtitles below the safe zone, which then no one will be able to see your subtitles. So you can quickly move them back up above the safe zone. And there you go. We have our subtitles right here. If I want to tap on those subtitles, or if I want to turn the safe zones off first, I just tap on it again. If I want to tap on those subtitles, now what we get into is subtitle styling customization. That is a mouthful. Anyways, what that's going to mean is that now you have all these different styles to choose from. So say I didn't want to use this basic style, and instead I want to use word by word. And I would just play around with these different styles. Honestly, basic is a good style for most cases. But say I want to do this, and I want to do word by word, and I want the highlight color to be white. And now what will happen is, rather than just the basic where they're just showing up, they will show up at their one by one at a time. This is going to be a test video for our editor walkthrough. A few of the things I want to show you guys are how we make cuts, how we adjust subtitles. That just changed the animation and allows me to customize all the different animation that I'd want to use. So there's typewriter, there's karaoke, there's pop/scale. This will look like just kind of similar, but with the words popping as they go. It's going to be a test video for our editor walkthrough. A few of the things I want to show you guys. And you can really just adjust and customize this to what you want your videos to look like. The other thing that we're going to see here with subtitles is on the left bar, after you select on a subtitle, this whole thing will come up each time, and you'll be able to now scroll through and see any of your subtitles and quickly edit them. So say here, it says 15 seconds right here. So it says to see the, I'm going to go to here and all the different things that you might want to see. The editor. You see how right there, it picks up to see, and then it has the editor, but it adds the, which is the beginning of the next sentence, into the end of the old sentence. I can quickly delete that, and I can add to this subtitles. And now you see that the editor is 1, is the start of the sentence and it's all on the same line. So a lot of the times we're trying to make it so that it's perfect, so that sentence is cut and the subtitles are already rendered. When you see them, they're perfect and you don't have to worry about this. But there is still going to be times where you have to edit the subtitles and look through them a bit. Most of the time it's going to be good though. There shouldn't be many typos or anything like that. We have the cutting edge tech for this, so it's just a matter of as that technology gets better, this will dial in more and more. Do you see how to be is kind of short? It's way too short. What I can do, if I say I want a certain text to be longer or shorter, if the timing doesn't match up perfectly, I can just drag on this and I can make it longer so that subtitle will last longer on the screen. And you can go.
This is going to be a test video for our editor walkthrough. A few of the things I want to
say, I want to make a few of the things start a little earlier. I'll drag that.
A few of the things I want to show you guys are how we make cuts, how we adjust subtitles, how...
You see how it's picking up the howl, the beginning of the next sentence? I could go through and I could adjust each of those too and make sure that everything is clean. A lot of the times with social media, it's pretty casual. So I would say edit things and make them look good. Make sure that your subtitles match up, decently well, but it doesn't need to be perfect, especially with short form video. It's all about just getting quality videos out there regularly. And if you have subtitles and if you have, just a few things, you can add B-roll, you can add images, you're going to be doing better than most people. So right now, we don't have a full public audio library with songs that are, non-copyright, but you can easily upload your own audio and then add that in as your background music if you want background music. A lot of the time I'm saying with social media, don't necessarily need background music, but you can add your own background music at any time, and then you can adjust the volume. As you can see, if I press on the video, I have playback. You can adjust the volume right here and make it faster, make the volume lower, and make sure that your video is having a good matchup with the audio. You can also quickly, if you want to, be very careful with this, but you can drag the video. So say that you wanted to recrop the video a bit. So I go like this, and you'll just see a black background there, and I can redrag it back right here. There we go, and it's back to normal. So you can quickly do that in case there's anything you want to change about where the video is cropped. And then these other kind of buttons here, you'll see text, audio, image, video. We've went through those. Text style, this is if you want to add like a specific text style. Most of that will be handled when you actually add the text. You can add like a background, but if you did want to do something like a style, you could choose that. The effect, I wouldn't mess with these too much, especially for social media content, but these effects are here if you ever want to try them out and play with them. There's shapes. Once again, probably wouldn't be playing with these very much. And then finally just the subtitles, which is the same as what we were just looking at. This, when you click on a subtitle, it just brings that same exact thing up. And then if you ever want to just not have this sidebar up, you can just press that X button. I think that we covered most of the stuff that you'd want to get to in the editor, like deleting, certain things. You can make quick cuts. Here's how I'd make a cut. And now I split.
I want to show you guys are how we make cuts.
You'll notice sometimes when you make a cut, there's a little bit of a blip from the cut. This is something that will get kind of better over time, but I want you to know that when you actually do render the video, that blip will not be there in the actual rendered video. It'll all connect it together well. It's just that with the editor itself, it has to treat each cut and each split as its own video element, so we have to re-render that. And so sometimes there's just a small pop or something, but that is not at all going to be what you're going to see in your final video. The final thing is, say I'm happy with my video here. I mean, I've got my my added text on screen, I've got my subtitles generated, I've got my videos ready to go. What I want to do next is press this next button up here, and now we get to our platforms to post on and our captions. What this will be is, if you want to turn any platforms off, say for this video, I only want to post it on TikTok and Instagram. I don't want to post it on YouTube Shorts or X or LinkedIn or Facebook. You'll see those all disappear, and we just see the captions for Instagram and TikTok. Or if I want to add YouTube back on, now you see YouTube down here. And you can see that there's a description, or there's a title, and then there's a description for YouTube, because that's YouTube style, versus Instagram, it's just a straight caption. Each caption will be unique, and so you'll want to look through those and edit them to what you like. And you can quickly, just like with the ideation lab, you can give a thumbs up or a thumbs down on any of these captions so that we dial in your kind of caption generation more towards you. The captions will just be pulling from the transcript of your video though. So whatever the transcript of the video that you just recorded is, this is what the captions are using in order to create something that goes along with it, while ideally being in your style, using your knowledge base still. If I want to turn hashtags on for any of these platforms, say for TikTok, I want to use hashtags, I can turn them on right here, and then hashtags will go along with it. So hashtag for you, hashtag viral, hashtag content, and I could make my own hashtags too. I don't really need it. I keep them off, and they are automatically off for everyone as you go. Hashtags don't really help that much these days, but you have that option. And you can see a video preview right here just so that you can kind of have an idea of what it'll look like. I would not pay too much attention to this video preview because just like when you preview a video from the content library, this is just showing you the raw video. It's taking a screenshot from that raw video and then displaying it right here. So it's not necessarily exactly what you're going to see. Say if you added B-roll, you won't see that B-roll on this preview. It'll just show up as the raw video without the B-roll. So this is not something where you need to be like, oh no, my B-roll is not going to get added. It is, it's going to be there. It's just, this is showing the raw. Okay, so now I'm happy with all of my platforms. I am ready to go. So now I go to the approve step. And once I'm in the approve step, it'll say finalize your content. This will lock in your edits and render the final video with subtitles burned in. What that means is just those subtitles that we were just able to edit, those are now going to actually be burned onto the video so that when you actually go to post it, the subtitles are there. You won't be able to be able to edit after this point. That's true, but there is a re-edit this video button once you render a video, which you'll be able to see. So you kind of can re-edit after this point. It's just, I say that so that people don't like approve a video and render the video and then instantly be like, oh, I don't want that video anymore or something like that. It's like, this is the final stage of the process. So you can see it's the duration, it'll show you the duration, the short, it'll show its short form, the platforms we're going to post to, and the subtitles. Now when I press approve and render final video, you'll see it right here, rendering your video. So what will happen is when you render a video that's under 5 minutes, it's going to render right in your browser, and you got to keep this tab open. Do not close this tab while you're rendering this video. What will happen if you do that is
this is going to be a test video for our editor walkthrough.
There you go. See, luckily the video rendered very quickly. If you render a video in the browser, which is videos under 5 minutes, you have to keep that tab open. If you render a video over 5 minutes, it'll render on our servers, and you can close the tab and we'll email you once the video is finished rendering. But for now, let's say I have my video here.
This is going to be a test.
I see my, the added text that I added.
Test video for our editor walkthrough.
I can copy my caption straight from here, and then I could post, and I could just download the video and then post it right now. Or I can tap this post now button, and this will say post from phone or post from computer. If you press post from phone, it's going to give you a QR code, and then you're actually just going to scan that. It's going to open up the video on your phone, and you'll be able to quickly download it and then copy captions and then open the platforms while you copy them and post really quickly. Or if you post from computer, it's going to open this screen and you can download your video right here and then copy the caption and download and post from your computer. The other things that you can see here are schedule posts. So say I wanted to schedule this post to for a later date, I could tap on Wednesday and then I could choose my post time right there. This will schedule to all 3 platforms at the same date and time. One posting link with all the captions will get sent to you, date and time, and you can adjust based on the platform. If you want to do platforms at different times, I would recommend just posting all platforms at the same times, scheduling it, and you'll get an email whenever it's time to post that video, and it'll just be the same flow as I just showed you with the posting from computer or posting from phone. You'll just get that email and you'll have a link, or you'll be able to scan a QR code and then it'll open it up to the posting page. It'll download the video right there, and then you'll just tap on copy the caption. It'll open that platform and you'll post it right there. And the last thing that I'll show you within this section is the re-edit this video. Say that I render this video and then I watch it back and I'm like, I hate how the subtitles look, or I wish I wouldn't have put editor test as my video added text. All I got to do is press re-edit this video, and it will reopen the editor and have it at the exact same state. So it'll have all of your prior edits still remembered from just before you rendered the video, and you'll be able to fully re-edit the video and make any other changes and then re-render that video with the new version that you just made the changes to. I'm going to back out to the library here. We will see the video in our schedule tab because I tapped schedule. So what you'll see is now the video is right here. It's on the scheduler and it's scheduled for a later date. And what I can do is, if I want to, I can view the schedule and just check when the video is scheduled for. I can instead post it now if I want to, and that would allow me to just get this posting link just like when I press post now in the last page. I could press repurpose. So say if I liked this video that I just made and I want to repurpose it into text-based content, what I can do is tap repurpose. And just like when you generate text content, there's the same repurpose, there's the same kind of style where you can say I want to do a tweet, and this tweet will be generated based on the transcript of the video right here. The next thing I could do is I could just download the video if I just wanted to download it and have it on my phone right now. I can re-edit this video, which I just told you about, and then once I have posted it, if I just decided to post it right now, I can just tap I already posted this and it'll go into your posted tab. So whenever you do post a video or piece of content, you'll just want to come back and remember to tap like I already posted this, so you don't have to see it in your scheduled or in your post now tabs themselves. Or if I'm done with it and I don't want it in my posted, which I wouldn't recommend doing this that often, you can tap delete. When I tap re-edit this video, even though this video is in my scheduled, I can still re-edit it. So I can just tap this and it'll load, and then you'll see it's the same exact video. It just is what was the video just before we rendered it. I can now re-edit it quickly and say I wanted to now delete the editor text. It'll be there and I can just go here. It'll have my same captions, my same platforms chosen. Go here and I just approve and re-render that same video but with any changes I just made. And when it renders in about 10 seconds,
This is going to be a test.
You'll see that now that editor test text that was right there that I didn't like, it's now gone. It's not there anymore. So I don't have to worry about, hey, I need to make a change to a video that I already rendered. You can do that quickly, easily, and not worry about like having to, oh no, I didn't do this one right. So you can quickly re-edit stuff and allow yourself to change, customize things. If I don't want to, like I showed earlier, if I don't want to take an action right now, like any of these, I just navigate back to my library and we're right back to where we started. And that's the content library, really. There's a bit of a learning curve, but if you can get good at it and start to use it, it'll be something that really streamlines your content editing and content scheduling. The only other thing that I missed, and I think I might have mentioned this earlier, but if you want to, you can upload any video from your computer itself. Say you went out on a walk and you just recorded a video while you're out on a walk, but you do want to edit it and you do want to make it into content. You just were talking and on a hike or something. You can just upload it right here, and then it'll be the same exact process as when you push a video from your recording studio. It'll add the subtitles and you can make any customizations to that video in our content library. Right now it takes videos that are up to 2 gigabytes, so they get pretty long. I would recommend them keeping them shorter, so especially for those 2-minute long, 3-minute long, 1-minute long videos that you record on just the spur of the moment. You can upload those here, quickly edit them, and get them ready to go out so that you keep all your content scheduling and posting and editing all in one place. Hopefully this all makes sense. If you have any questions, please reach out, go to your settings at any time and go to book a call, and you can quickly book a call with me. Or you can always tap on this bottom right corner, and in the chat you can say talk to a human, and I'll get a text message instantly and I'll hop on and I'll help you out, respond to you, and do live chat with you right there. So if you have any questions, like I said, I'm happy to help, and best of luck, and excited for you to use Create Social. Thank you.